Wow. You really sent us a ton of stuff on AI in the workplace, articles, research. Even your own notes looks like you're really prepping for something big.
Yeah, it's smart. It's really smart to get a handle on all this. AI is changing things fast.
And that's why we're here. We sifted through everything you sent, and we're going to give you the need-to-know stuff without the information overload.
Right, the big picture and how it connects to your world.
Okay, so one of the first things that jumped out at us was the stat 75% of workers are already using AI in some way that's huge.
Yeah, 75%.
Does that mean like most jobs are about to be automated?
Not necessarily. It's more nuanced than that. You know, the impact of AI varies widely, like depending on the industry and the specific tasks involved. For example, in the U.S., the IT sector is leading the way with almost 1 in 5 firms using AI.
Okay, so IT is way ahead of the curve.
Wondering.
What about manufacturing? The research also mentioned like massive potential gains in manufacturing, something like a $3.8 trillion boost by 2035.
Right. AI excels at tasks that involve complex reasoning, coding, and data analysis, which are all key in those fields.
So AI is a natural fit for industries already heavy on tech and data.
Exactly. But here's where it gets interesting. We're also seeing AI pop up in unexpected places. Like, for instance, over 10% of the conversations happening on Claude.ai, a popular AI platform, are related to art and design.
That's surprising. I thought AI was mainly for the more analytical left brain stuff.
Yeah, that's a common misconception. AI is becoming increasingly versatile.
So what's AI actually doing in all these different workplaces? The research mentions automation a lot, like 39% of people are using AI to automate tasks such as scheduling or summarizing reports.
Right, and that frees up time and mental energy for more strategic thinking,
Right.
which is where AI's other big strength comes in, idea generation. Around 41% of AI users are leveraging it for brainstorming and problem solving.
Wow, so it's like taking care of the routine stuff and helping us come up with new ideas. That's quite a combo. But the research also mentions some pretty high-intensity AI applications, like AI agents diagnosing patients or even designing software architecture. Can you break that down for us? Like, how does that even work?
Sure, an AI agent is basically a program that can perceive its environment and take actions to achieve specific goals. So in healthcare, an AI agent could be trained on vast amounts of medical data to help doctors make more accurate diagnoses. And in software development, these agents can be used to design complex systems by analyzing requirements and generating code.
It's mind-blowing to think that AI can handle these kinds of complex tasks. But like, how deep does this influence really go? Are we talking about entire jobs being replaced by AI?
Not quite. The research actually shows that only about 4% of occupations are seeing 75% or more of their tasks being handled by AI. It's more about AI changing how work is done, not necessarily eliminating entire jobs altogether.
So it's transforming tasks within jobs rather than making entire roles obsolete.
Exactly. And this idea of AI enhancing human capabilities rather than replacing us is supported by how people are actually using Claude.ai.
Yeah.
Over half the interactions on that platform are about augmenting what humans can do.
Okay, that's actually quite reassuring. It means AI can be a tool to make us better at what we do.
Precisely. But here's something interesting. AI use peaks in mid to high wage jobs, but then drops off at the very top. They think doctors, lawyers, top executives.
That is curious. Why would that be? Is AI just not sophisticated enough to handle those roles, or is it something else?
It's a great question, and something researchers are still exploring. It could be a limitation of current AI technology, or it could be that those high-paying jobs inherently require human judgment and expertise that's hard to replicate with AI.
It definitely makes you think about the limits of what AI can do and what roles might be more AI-proof in the future.
Absolutely.
Before we move on, I want to touch on something else. The research highlighted the fact that the type of AI model you use really matters. It compared 2 different Claude models, Opus and Sonnet, and showed how they're suited for different tasks.
Right, not all AIs are created equal. Opus is known for its unique character and writing style, so it's popular for creative and educational work. Sonnet, on the other hand, is known for its coding skills, making it a favorite among programmers.
So it's like choosing the right tool for the job. You wouldn't use a hammer to tighten a screw. You need to pick the AI model that's best suited to the task at hand.
Exactly. And as AI technology continues to develop, we're likely to see even more specialized models, which will further refine how AI is used in the workplace.
Okay, so we've got a good sense of what AI is doing in the workplace, automating tasks, generating ideas, even handling some really complex stuff. But what does all this mean for, like, you, the listener?
Yeah, this isn't just about keeping up with the latest tech trends. Understanding how AI is changing work
Hmm.
is really crucial for staying ahead of the curve and positioning yourself for success.
Right, it's not about being replaced by robots. It's about learning how to work with increasingly intelligent machines.
Exactly. And that means ask yourself some key questions. What tasks in your current role could AI help with? What skills will you need to develop as AI becomes more integrated into your field? How can you use AI to boost your productivity and creativity?
Those are great questions, and honestly, they might feel a little daunting, but you don't have to become an AI expert overnight.
Right. The key is to just start exploring. Yeah.
Mhm.
Try out different AI tools, see what works for you, and don't be afraid to ask questions. There are so many resources available to help you learn and adapt.
And speaking of learning, one thing that really stood out in the research was the importance of understanding how AI is actually being used in different occupations.
Yeah, that's where our deep dive into millions of Claude.ai conversations gets really insightful. Give us a glimpse into the specific tasks where AI is already making a difference.
So let's break down some of those findings, starting with software development. Unsurprisingly, this field is a hotbed of AI activity. Nearly half of all AI usage on Claude.ai falls under tasks related to software engineering and data science.
Yeah, and the depth of that usage is pretty remarkable. We're seeing developers using AI for everything from writing and debugging code to actually generating entire software architectures. It's like having an incredibly knowledgeable coding partner right there at your fingertips.
Wow. So AI is really becoming an integral part of the software development process.
It is. But here's another fascinating trend. AI is also proving valuable for tasks that require a more nuanced understanding of human language.
You mean like writing?
Exactly. We're seeing technical writers, copywriters, even journalists using AI to improve their craft. Whether it's generating initial drafts, polishing their prose, or brainstorming creative concepts, AI is becoming a powerful writing assistant.
That's interesting because there's often this perception that AI struggles with creativity.
It's true that AI can't replicate the human spark of originality, but it can be a valuable tool for overcoming writer's block, exploring different writing styles, and ensuring clarity and accuracy.
So again, it's not about AI replacing writers. It's about AI empowering writers to do even better work.
Precisely. And this theme of augmentation extends to other fields as well. We saw a lot of activity in areas like market research, financial analysis, even healthcare.
So it's not just about automating tasks. It's about using AI to gain deeper insights, make better decisions, and ultimately provide better services.
Right. In healthcare, we see AI being used to analyze patient data, assist with diagnoses, and even personalized treatment plans.
It's amazing to think about the potential of AI to improve patient outcomes.
Absolutely.
Now, before we move on to our final takeaways, I want to circle back to something we talked about earlier, the uneven distribution of AI usage across different wage levels.
Right. That surprising finding that AI use peaks in mid to high wage jobs but drops off at the very top.
Yeah, it's definitely food for thought. What does this tell us about the future of work? Are certain jobs simply more AI-proof than others?
It's a complex question with no easy answers. But it does suggest that the impact of AI on the labor market might be more nuanced than some predictions suggest.
Maybe it's not about entire jobs disappearing, but about specific tasks within those jobs being transformed by AI.
That's a strong possibility, and it highlights the need for adaptability and a willingness to embrace new ways of working.
So what does this mean for you, the listener?
It means staying informed about how AI is impacting your specific field. It means proactively developing the skills that will complement AI's capabilities, and it means being open to evolving your role as technology continues to advance.
So it sounds like the takeaway here is to be proactive, not reactive, right? Don't wait for AI to disrupt your industry. Start exploring how you can use it to your advantage.
Exactly. Think of AI as a wave that's already starting to crest. You can either ride that wave or get swept under.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, what are some key insights for our listeners? We've seen that AI is already reshaping the workplace in some pretty profound ways. It's being adopted quickly across a range of fields, and it's changing how tasks are done, from the everyday stuff to the highly specialized.
Yeah, and the impact goes beyond just automating tasks. AI is augmenting human capabilities, leading to new levels of productivity, creativity, and insight.
But it's not a one-size-fits-all situation, right? Different industries and jobs are experiencing AI's impact in different ways, and the choice of which AI tool to use is just as important as how you use it.
Absolutely. The key is to approach AI with a sense of curiosity and a willingness to adapt, stay informed, experiment with different tools, and never stop learning.
This deep dive has given you a solid foundation, but AI is a constantly evolving field. What surprised you most about the research we covered today?
You know, it's remarkable how quickly AI is being integrated into so many different aspects of work. And it's not just about replacing jobs, it's about transforming them and creating new opportunities.
What questions are swirling in your mind now? What are you most curious to explore further?
We'd love to hear from you. Let's keep this conversation going, because in the age of AI, the most valuable skill is the ability to adapt, learn, and evolve.
And on that note, we'll leave you with this. If AI can generate code write poetry and even help diagnose medical conditions, what does that mean for the future of work? It's a question worth pondering as we navigate this exciting and rapidly changing world.